I find the open expanse of the ocean and the scale of the sky you also get, this reminder of how big the climate system is. And to me, it's just like how incredible it is that we could change all of this, just the incredible scale of it. It brings the abstract nature of a lot of what I do. Like studying the climate is often about math, but being out on the water, it becomes visceral. Climate change is like this ultimate problem where the source is diffuse. It's carbon dioxide emissions and other things over decades building up in the atmosphere and changing sort of this atmospheric soup and then affecting the climate all around the planet. And so there's no direct cause and effect, and it makes it so complicated to solve. And so I think what appealed to me about studying it as a problem was the public importance of it, that it was this global collective action problem. No individual person could solve it. No one policy was going to be able to solve it. We were going to have to find a way to collectively do this. To me, climate change is not an environmental problem. Oh yes, it involves the environment and there are environmental consequences of climate change, but it's really like a legacy problem. It's a problem like racism or like poverty, where we need systemic changes to try to address it. It's about the choices we make today determining what the next few decades, the next few centuries are going to be like on the planet and for people. And so to me, it's like the ultimate challenge as a researcher, and I think the ultimate challenge for us as people. For the past couple of years, I've been one of many lead authors on an intergovernmental panel on climate change reports. It's a really interesting process. It was started back in the 1980s when governments of the world recognized what scientists were saying about climate change. They also recognized how dramatic the actions to address climate change would have to be and said, so let's have some sort of assessment system. And we spent 2 years not doing original research, but just surveying everything that's been done out there, looking at all the literature and assessing what is policy relevant that we need to tell the world's governments about, basically, and sort of summarizing the science. And at the end, it produces these enormous reports, incredibly detailed reports, but also a summary for policymakers, a shorter report directly for governments that, and I think this surprises a lot of people, that the governments of the world actually have to approve. That's part of the process. So even governments of the world that you hear being a little bit, we've just had this experience in the US saying that we don't think climate change is real or is a problem. They actually approved they're approving reports from the IPCC that say that it is real. Absolutely, climate change is scary. There's many good reasons to be scared about the future because of climate change. But climate change also represents an incredible opportunity. I mean, if you think about it, my generation and the generation below me, the students that I'm teaching in classes, we're kind of tasked with like changing the way the world gets energy. In the next 30 years, Canada has said we need to get to net zero greenhouse gas emissions. I'm on an advisory body about doing that, right? We have 30 years to do it, and it's an incredible challenge, but there's so many benefits that come from it, and it's not just about climate change. Benefits including, if we stop using fossil fuels, there goes most of the world's air pollution. Air pollution, which killed more people in the 20th century than the world wars combined. There's so many incredible co-benefits to taking action on climate change that I just see, it's scary, but it's also an opportunity to make the world a healthier and happier place.